Not long ago, I think, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of drunken misfits joined forces and played Dungeons and Dragons, inspired by a ballroom and equipped with loose morals and a questionable understanding of the rules. Our heroes venture forth to explore strange new lands. So, gather up your dice, your manuals, and what's left of your livers, and join us on a quest as we make absolute fools of ourselves. This is Botched, the D&D podcast.
Previously on Botched. I played cards, and I won.
You do your recap now. Paul!
You're the mayor. You gotta let me out, Paul. They'll find out eventually. I'm getting so hungry down here.
Quit that knocking or whatever the fuck you're doing up there!
I swear I'll stop listening to show tunes.
Welcome back, listeners, to the 38th episode. We're going to start right where we left off last time, as Clancy is trying to convince Gizzard not to choke slam the mayor, if I believe.
Yeah, put
Correct.
him to eternal death. He said I should bring him out as a reward
let
to
the
the
town
town
decide.
folks. So I'm going to keep the mayor in me grip,
Okay.
and I'm going to kick out the front door
Okay.
and kind of town crier this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do your crier.
Hear thee, hear thee.
Richard Crier.
We have a scoundrel upon our decks. This man has done wrongs to everybody here. And instead of putting him to Davy Jones's locker, I'm giving you, the people, the opportunity to deal this man's fate.
Okay. So, as you,
You want a
yell
persuasion or anything like that?
no.
Damn it, I rolled
As soon
good.
as they hear, I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure you got a loaded die.
It's not the die that's loaded.
Okay. Because everyone's going to recognize your voice for numerous reasons. So they all start coming. Meanwhile, in the base of Dwarfington, Scrothor, you're a bat at this point, flapping around using sonar so you can see what you're doing. And you are flying down towards where the smithies
Yes, the
typically
brothers.
are located. Yes. But you notice, using your sonar, that there is just a large gash in the ground below where the shed is not there anymore. And it also seems like there was a larger amount dug out below that. So you're thinking maybe the fire was taken as well.
As above, so below.
Yeah. So nothing there.
Super
It's just
gash
gone.
in the sky.
You see that there's a couple of dead bodies laying around too. But that's about it.
Any magical beaks lying around that they might have been working on, like I had asked for before we left.
As for a magical beak.
To speak with the dead.
Yeah,
Beak
you
with
did.
the dead.
You did beak with the dead.
And otherworldly entities
Yeah,
in
I
general.
know. I'm
I
trying to
did
figure out
ask
what to
for
give you a
it.
check for as a bat. Roll me a
Animal handling.
no.
Nature.
It's
It's sonar.
I should
not nature.
It's his nature. It's a bat. to do
no.
sonar.
I'll give you investigation.
What about insight?
No. You're not trying to figure out the motives of somebody.
80. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
It's got bat in the title.
Acrobatics.
There we go. It works. What about perception?
Perception or investigation?
I'll take the perception. 25.
Okay. You perceive that there is
A little boy locked in the mayor's basement.
Let me out.
Screaming to come out.
no. You notice that in the rock wall, about 50 feet from where the shed was, there seems to be a strange rock. Doesn't seem like it fits quite right with the wall. Not that you can do anything with it currently because you're a bat, but doesn't seem to be the same type of rock as the rest of the wall. It looks slightly different. And it also looks like there's a thin sort of gap around the rock. So this looks like it's maybe a false panel or something along those lines, maybe a secret compartment. It's the only thing that you notice.
I'm going to fly over to it and try to land on it.
It's a wall.
But there's like a compartment.
I said there's a small gap around the edge of this rock. Like imagine a square on the wall.
Like I put my hand in.
Well, bats can squeeze into very
Not that small. It's like a quarter of an inch.
Well, if I get my wing on it and then I transform back into Skrothor, I could
You have a
be
crushed
trying
hand?
To, could be trying to pull it.
Okay.
Or at least I get my wing where it is and then transform back and then I can feel it.
Okay. So you fly down so that your wing touches the wall, and then you change back, and you're a
Winged monstrosity.
winged monstrosity at that
Birdman.
point. But your weird gooey hand is it's on the rock. You can feel the edges, so you're definitely right there.
I use my new skins to try to feel around and maybe push it or pull it or do whatever it needs to do.
You mess around with it, and on the right side of it, on the right side, I would say, you can push in a little bit, and it clicks, and then it swings open. So it's like a hidden door, and there appears to be a sack or a satchel in there of some sort.
sack.
Yeah, and if you pull that out, you feel around in there, and you're not 100% sure what's in there, but it does feel like there's a small beak. Not even small, like a medium-sized beak.
So this skull beak is useless to me now. I throw it behind me, and I try to slap this medium-sized beak on.
Skull beak. Oh, that's right. You did have a skeleton beak.
Yes.
It would be very small compared to the rest of you. Like, it's the wrong size.
But maybe it's magical and it resizes upon
It's
touch.
not what it's meant for.
Well,
but-
I'm going to try anyway.
Okay, you do. You just stick it on your face. It kind of sticks a bit, but it feels like it's like a child size bird person beak, and you're a
small
adult.
beakitis.
Yeah, so now you just look weird.
or
Weirder. Yeah. I mean, you still don't have eyes. Your tongue kind of hangs out the end of the beak because your tongue's longer than the bottom of this
I'm
beak is.
permanently blepping.
Yes. Yes, you got a blepper. But yeah, it technically attaches, kind of.
I wish I hadn't thrown that.
right into the fire below.
Don't need that anymore.
Well, you said small and then you went to medium, so I assumed that it would be appropriate for my face. And then I guess I'll take this sack and try to... If I tie it to my person and I transform back into a bat, does it travel with me? Because it's items on me.
I guess it would change with you as into a bat. Well,
I'll do that and try to find my friends.
okay. So you are flying around.
And or eyeballs.
No, you don't have eyes. You just have ears.
He's looking for eyeballs.
Oh, okay. That he can take and
Yeah, it's
use
like
for
if
himself.
there's some sort of gelfling somewhere and I could pop them out and throw them into my eye sockets.
Okay.
Befriend them.
Okay.
Take their eyes.
Sure. So you are flip-flapping around up there, and you hear someone crying out about the Marif and that they're
Locked in the
bringing them to judgment. And also you hear the screams of a small child from the basement of a house behind a few doors.
I'm sure that's nothing.
Yeah, but you're definitely sure that it's Gizzard doing the talking, so you can easily flap
Yes,
over. And
I go over there.
Okay. You change back or you stay as a bat?
Yeah, I'll go to wherever Gizzard is and change. Well, I'll hang on the roost of something and see how it goes.
Okay. I'll say you're just hanging onto the shingles of a nearby home. Or just the edge of the top. I guess it wouldn't have shingles, but just like some sort of the top of a...
I do like
dwarf
seeing
house.
as a bat. It's nice.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Gizzard, Sage Barn, and Scuttlebottom, you guys are out there, and the town has gathered with pitchforks and torches and hammers and axes and guns. and they don't look to be happy to see any of you. And I mean any of you, including the Marif. Like, they're not happy about any of this. And they're just like grumbling and yelling and shouting obscenities towards the lot of you. You ruined our town!
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
All of you!
Yeah,
Yes,
You all ruined it.
The mayor of all. It was all him. Yes.
Especially you, Clancy, you piece of shit.
What? Why
Fucking
me?
Stole all our money.
I didn't steal anything. There was a legally binding
Fuck
contract.
you, Clancy. Someone tosses a rock in your general direction. And it doesn't
All right,
reach you.
look. How many of you are there anyway?
A few dozen.
A few dozen?
Yeah.
Look, all right, here's the deal. I did some work for your town. I did. I'll give you back 150 gold.
And they don't seem particularly like impressed by this number. They seem
That's 3/4 of what you paid me.
I was gonna say the town wouldn't know what the actual.
they don't know the exact number.
Exact number.
That is 3/4 of what you paid me.
How did that
was it?
bankrupt then?
You took like 400 gold.
No, I took 200 gold. It was 100 gold a day. I worked 2 days.
No, it was more than 2 days.
Well, I got 200 gold, so
Well,
I don't
you-
know what you want
okay.
from me. Maybe you should have. Oh, so what you're saying is you should have paid me more? Really?
No,
Who
what
has
I'm
been
saying
robbed
is,
here?
Well, see, the issue is out of game. That Steve doesn't pay attention to anything around him, so he just forgot to write down a couple hundred gold, probably.
You know what?
So Steve, go
Let's
ahead,
all pause while I go back and listen to all the episodes and then
Do
tell
that.
you to go fuck yourself because I'm right.
16 hours later. Steve, just go ahead and write 400 gold on your character sheet then. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
a good compromise.
All right, fine. I give you back 300 of the 400 gold I have.
And they're like, oh, yeah, it's not as bad. But you also
pretty
got
good.
the old gunsmith, the old gun lady killed.
I didn't get anyone killed.
That's not how we heard it. So they seem to be, they're still not happy with you guys.
Well, who's really happy in this world?
Yeah. But they're also still angry at the Marif that he even
Entered the agreement.
entered the agreement and put you guys to work and trusted you in the first place.
And he also got the brothers taken by
did do
Smiling Tom.
Yeah.
So, instead of being selfish, we're giving you back your gold. And we're giving you back the Marif for you to make a decision on.
Because he was about to leave.
Washing our hands clean of this situation. And then
No. We're not washing our hands clean. We're going to end the real threat in all this. We're going to kill Smiling Tom.
Yeah. We're
Are we-
s-
The
Has
whole
the plan
town
changed?
The town there's a gentle chuckle that goes over the town like, okay, yeah, sure. It's funny.
And I turn from a bat back into a birdman. I say, no.
You guys look
For
up.
see, we have taken his phylactery. As you can see, I have no eyes, and I paid the price with my fleshy hand appendages. And his phylactery is no more, so he is vulnerable. Spread the word. The king is wounded.
How loud did you shout that?
So loud.
Okay, great. You hear. Actually, you know what? Everybody roll me a perception check.
Damn it.
There's blood in the water.
There's probably spies in the crowd.
I perceive with a 20.
15.
Scrothar, you hear
16.
moaning, groaning, and shaking
Boning.
noises coming from the distance ahead of you and off to the right. You can't see, so you have no idea what's over there.
15? And Felita got a 16.
Felita and Gizzard, you hear noises, though you don't hear clearly what they are. Again, forward to the right, but you notice that that's over where they bury their dead.
It's show tunes.
So it's like their in-wall cemetery sort of thing.
Do you have zombies where you're from?
No?
Well, look over there. And I point towards the noise.
And they look over there, and they're like, let's deal with this one thing at a time. let's deal with the issue at hand, the Mariff, and then we'll go figure out.
He is in me hands, so I'm ready to pass him off to ye.
Feed him to the undead, I say.
A guard walks
Maybe
over.
we should make the Mariff go and check out what's going on.
Hold on, we'll deal with it the way that we want to deal with it. And
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
a guard walks over and just puts a hand out to, like, gimme.
Oh, from me.
Yeah.
So, like, and by the neck as well, right?
Well, then he's just going to grab him by the arm.
But I mean, the neck is kind of...
He grabs him by the neck.
All right,
It's just like,
Little
whatever.
hand off.
there you go.
And so
You're quite the strong lad.
sure. So he moves
Are you
him.
looking for a new job?
No. So he moves him over towards.
That's not where. His name is Scrothor, you see, and he has no eyes and he has no hands, but he has a will to love.
Sure. So he moves the Mariff back away from the crowd towards the backside of the buildings and stands there, and the guard's just like, all right, everybody wants to kill him. Say, yep.
Yeah.
And everybody who wants to not kill him, just say, nah. Meh. All right, the apes have it. And he just like he takes he takes a step forward and then one-legged donkey kicks the Mariff in the chest backwards and into the pit, which is the center of town. And he just falls down the pit screaming obscenities about how it wasn't me, it was them. And
It was
you just,
him. It was him.
You just hear him.
Did they light him on fire first?
Nope, you hear him kerplunk into the pit of lava that's down at the bottom of the pit.
No need.
And the guard's just like, well, that's that. All right, let's go
think
see
he
what all
had
that
me
fucking
favorite.
noise is over there.
Favorite pen. I'm not gonna get that pen back now.
The gold inlaid pen.
That handcrafted pen.
Oh, yeah, it's gone. That's melted.
My
so-
wife is gonna be angry.
The town wanders over towards where the dead are normally buried, and the walls where the headstones are listed because they put them in horizontally are all shaking. And they're like, well, what'd you guys do this time?
Me?
You
That
yelled.
weren't us.
They started making noise.
I just
They
said
didn't start doing that till you started making noise.
how I destroyed the phylactery. That's all.
What? And Scrothor, now that you're this close, you're starting to hear whispers.
What's that?
Let us out.
That's someone.
Out, Scrothor.
Someone trapped in there. Can you hear?
There ain't nothing in there but the dead.
We're just gonna check.
I'm gonna. Felita's gonna sneak off.
Okay.
Can I sneak off?
Roll stealth.
Okay.
You voices that I'm hearing whispering. Are you? Oh, it's the beak.
Stupid.
I got an 18.
You just figured that out? The beak
Yes.
that you wanted that's literally beak with the dead, you're just realizing?
we just made that joke 10 minutes ago.
No, he
Great
made it
job,
when
Dennis.
he asked for it.
You named it.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Beak. Good job, Tristan. I open up one of.
I mean, he
the-
looks ridiculous with it because it's like a child-sized beak on an adult head, but whatever.
Well, bird proportions are always weird. Mm-hmm. I'm like a cockatoo now. Less of a vulture.
Cock of the walk.
You know where they're called that, right?
No.
I've
'Cause they got a
checked.
cockatoo.
Sierra cockatoos?
Sure.
Scrothar always, he's been through a lot.
I open up one of the mausoleums. Hello.
Okay. And one of the dead dwarves, this one, very fresh. This one has, it's still got a lot of gooey bits on it. It's only been dead for like 3 years. It pops up out of it. It's just like, hello,
Hey.
hello, Scrothor.
Hello. I read the.
But there's like a chorus of hello Scrothors coming from the wall.
Can anybody else hear this, or is it just?
Yeah.
Scrothor? Okay. Does anybody have a question they want to ask this recently deceased fellow?
It says no. And so does the entire wall.
I should figure out a way. Yeah.
I'm just saying, get their eyes. Take their eyes out.
Do you mind if I utilize your fresh eyes?
There's a mixture of answers from the wall that are like, maybe. Yes, I mind. Have at it.
I'll take that one. I with have at it, I grab the eyeballs out.
That's a different one. You pull that out, and the eyes are... This body's been dead for some time. The eyes are gray, very goopy, and you could see that there's like a worm like out of it, just burrowing around. And
I eat it.
Okay. And when you pull the worm out, like a little of like a gray gooish fluid rolls out of the hole and down the eye. You're not 100% sure they'll function very well.
No.
And you're pretty sure that just plucking eyes out and plucking them in is not how
I
that
can
works.
heal them back in with
You're
a
not a
healing
robot.
spell.
Maybe it's true, possibly.
I mean, I haven't tried. Does anybody? No.
No, they say, and they all
They all
go
go,
back to the shed.
Well, that was fun.
They're like, "What the hell was that all about?"
Oh, I got this bag of magic things, by the way. I handed off to Clancy.
Oh, I love magic things. I look through them.
I can't see.
Okay, so you guys had gathered. So there is a cloak of brownish, goldish, reddish feathers.
Oh,
Yeah, and you get some serious heat coming off that thing.
wow.
So that's the first thing. There's a cloak of feathers.
Scrothor would love this now that he doesn't have any feathers.
Sure. Then
He's
you
like
have
a sphinx cat, but a chicken.
I'll take it.
then you have the beak with the dead. And then, if memory serves me, well, Clancy had asked for eyes on the back of his shell, whatever the fuck that means.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, you asked for that. Not that
I
it
did.
has anything to do with the rock, but
It had a bird's eye view.
oh no, you did. Oh, yeah. It's dead all of a sudden.
So these eyes.
Massive coronary. So
Not again.
there's a set of eyes. They're glowing, but they look like they're made out of stone, not actual gooey eyeballs. But they do look like eyeballs. But they're
These are mine.
made of
I
rock,
can't see them,
ROCK.
so.
Yeah, so there's that. There's a set of eyeballs. They're
Do I
in a
have to
very-
get my fucking eyeballs to the blind chicken now?
You can have the feathers.
They're in a
He's
very
a skin chicken.
they're in a very nice case. It's like a velveteen case. It's really nice.
All right,
Fancy
come here,
wooden
Scrothor.
box. And then you also notice that there is a pistol in there. The pistol is a golden color on the barrel and on the, what did we say the spinny part was, Stephen?
The spinny part?
Spinny part?
It's called a cylinder.
cylinder. The cylinder is also golden. The trigger is gold. The handle is a very bright red, though. A very dark, bright red wood of some type. You're not sure exactly what it is. And you notice that there are little flourishes all over the gun that give you the indication that it has a little bit of a flaming rock theme to it anyways. And when you pick up the gun, if any of you cock back the handle, you notice that the entire barrel lights up, like looks like it gets really hot, and there's like a little flame popping out the end of it.
Hot shot.
Oh, well, that's got Felita
shot.
written all over it, doesn't it?
And then you also notice a set of what appears to be almost like punching. It's like bladed fist weapons, but they're made of talons from the rock, and they also seem to be fiery in nature. Lots of flourishes. So, like the talons themselves look like fairly standard rock talons. The part that goes over your fist has a lot of feathers and like bird skin, but is very form-fitting.
Awesome.
And yeah, those are the items. I believe that's everything.
What's that cloak do, Denny?
That cloak does a couple of things. First thing it does is it gives the wearer, and just the wearer, so it doesn't matter if someone's hanging onto them, but it gives the wearer slow fall.
I don't need that.
And it also can emanate fire from the person in that 5-foot cube around them.
I fall all the time.
Sunfire cloak of some kind.
I just finished falling, in fact.
You did. So that's what that cloak does.
What? Okay, what do these eyes do?
So if you hold them in your hand, you can see way further in the distance, like with pinpoint accuracy, like you can see details like a mile away. As long as it's a straight shot, like you can't see through walls or anything like that.
Come here. Come here, Squirtle.
I like weirdly vulture walk over there.
Open your sockets. And I'm gonna try and pop these stone eyes into his sockets.
Try.
I try.
All right. So, I mean, technically, they kind of, it's not the easiest fit, but you kind of plop him in there. He looks goofy as fuck.
He looked so dignified before.
Wide open eyes. Just perpetual wide open,
eyes.
but they're also not perfectly rounded, and they're constantly glowing.
I mean, it's better than
So
fleshy
he looks
sockets.
constantly surprised.
Quick Draw McCaw comes out and does a quick sketch of Scrothor
It's horrifying.
and hands it over to him.
He can't see it. What? So you can see 1,000 times farther than you normally can, which is nothing.
1,000 times zero.
Zero is zero.
Give me those back.
I pop them
Here,
back
you-
out of my head.
You're going to be tripping a lot. Here, put this on.
I need a restoration spell.
We're trying, bud.
Is there a priest around in this village?
I don't think this
They're
is
not
the place.
religious.
Yeah, they don't like us here.
A major
anyway.
city would probably be better.
And a lot of those cities don't like us either.
You haven't been to some of them,
We've been scared to travel outside the inner circle of hell.
apparently.
My favorite thing is making Dennis make a giant map and then using none of it. The one time he finally makes a map, we don't use it.
I made a map for space, too.
And then
No, you did not.
I did, too. I have it somewhere. I might have thrown it away now.
Oh, convenient.
I definitely, if I did, I'd just throw it away.
Felita, do you use more guns or melee?
Well, I'm not there.
Okay. Well, we can still assign.
Felita, oh, that's right. Felita snuck off.
Snuck off.
What's Scrothor's strength?
Scrothor is more of a spellcaster than a strength or gunner.
Well, I guess you can't really
I
see
guess-
where you're shooting either.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
But if
I
something
don't need weapons.
knocks into you, you could punch him to death.
I could just if something knocks into me, I can
Fire
activate my
wildly.
firewall.
Snick.
Sneak it. Sneak it.
Did anybody see that lady we hang out with?
Who's that?
I want to give her a gun. Nobody?
Nobody knows. Felita, what'd you do? You snuck off
I
somewhere,
snuck away
right?
from the group. Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm going to our house.
Okay.
Getting that pen.
The rat.
Okay. You get to the house. There's nobody there. Outside, anyways.
I open the door and I'm just.
The fat rat immediately runs around a corner, like skids a little bit because it slides because it's fat. And Rattholomew comes scurrying over and is frantically jumping. You can smell the smell of stale rat shit because no one's fed or taken care of Rattholomew for.
He can find his own food. He's a rat.
He did. He's been murdering other rats, but like he had no way to get out, so he's just been shitting in the house for.
He only
numerous
eats
days.
rat now.
Yeah, now he only eats rat. Other rat.
He's King Rat.
That's right. So yeah. So it's Rattholomew is very happy and is jumping as high as it can, a solid 2 inches up and onto
bigger
your
than me.
kind of shin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick him up and put him on my shoulder and be like, "Who's y'all go, boy?" and just start scritching him. And then I'm gonna turn around and walk back to everybody. I just wanted to get my rat. That's it.
Okay, sure. You head back and it looks like they're handing out presents from a sack. They look fancy.
Look, all I'm saying is, why hasn't anyone made a porn parody called Davy Jones Knockers yet?
Because how much wetter can you get under the sea, my friend?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you reach a point of saturation.
Yes, it's at one point, how much more can you take?
Oh, Felita,
A couple inches, I guess. Hello, Felita.
you want a gun? Looks like a cool
Is it
gun.
wintertide already? Damn. Yeah.
Darlene, it's better down there when it's wetter, under the sea,
Under the sheets,
under
Dennis.
the sheets.
And I said, no more fucking show tunes!
Sorry, Paul. Got the music inside me.
Let me out, please. I won't sing again.
I mean, what
Yeah,
do...
I'm gonna take that gun.
I'm gonna put this cloak of Featherton on.
Okay, you feel very toasty.
Aye.
It's very warm. You're basically never going to get cold again.
That's fine.
So yeah, I believe,
desert.
yeah.
I'll be fine.
You were in a cold place for a little
I'm
while
a
there.
necromancer.
Yeah,
Hell, I've been to hell.
it's true.
Toasty necromancer.
Toasty necromancer. Yeah, so those were all the items I believe he had made for you at the time. You were bringing him rocks to make new items, I believe, if memory serves me.
How many times do we have to save these brothers?
Right.
Twice.
At least one more.
At least one more.
Did anyone see where they were taken?
Smiling Tom took him, so my guess would be, I don't know. Smiling Tom probably knows. You go ask him. I'm sure he'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, I bet he would. Well, y'all want to go to Smiling Tom's?
That was my tummy.
Well, we could hit a city on the way and maybe get me restored so I can see.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then I could go see him then.
Oh, I guess you guys forgot about what you left out in the desert, right?
Our horses?
No.
Our souls?
No.
The big demon monster
There
that's
you
growing
go.
and
Do you remember
about,
that?
he's about to run towards Smiling Tom's place.
I didn't say he was about to
He's
run.
like in sprinter
I
formation.
said he's in a sprinter stance.
There's a what?
Oh, that's right. How could we
Oh.
forget?
Clancy.
Clancy,
The giant flesh titan.
did you ever see Attack on Titan?
I read the penny dreadful.
Dreadful
yes.
about it, yes. It was handed out in 1 through K.
You had a dreadful panini.
Oh, it was awful. The squid was way too rubbery.
Squid and basil.
And nothing but Gruyere on it. It was quite spicy for me, Tum Tum. There might be a 700-foot man outside. I don't know, because I haven't looked
outside.
in a while.
Neither do I.
It's been a couple of days.
It's been a while.
And how did this giant flesh man come about?
Well, the semantics I can't really get into right now.
Something about a sky.
I really don't think we did that one.
I'm pretty sure I might have done that one.
It was like
Oh, no.
I think getting too high to the sky, gosh, has caused this thing to be.
some sort of planetaire.
As
I
if-
was gone for like 10 minutes.
You were gone for 3 months, Clancy.
What?
Yes.
It's been hours.
He doesn't know that, and you shut up. I'm gaslighting the lighter now.
It's been 84 years, Clancy.
I look great.
Yeah, we all died again.
Oh my God.
Yes, I think I was the link that the sky monster needed to come down and rain hell upon the world that we are on. But I have no proof.
Do they want to be friends?
By the way that he was snarling, I'm going to say no. Plus, he was in a sprinter stance, and I'm not down with cardio.
The
So
sconster.
obviously, wait. So he's in a sprinter stance, like he's ready to go.
Yes.
So what you're saying is we need to go out there and pop off a round.
Yes.
I want to get Scrothor fixed.
I would like to have many children.
It's too late. You're way too old. And have you seen yourself?
I'm merely 40.
Townsfolk, do y'all have like some sort of cleric around here?
No.
No?
We asked already.
Oh.
So, of the major towns, you haven't been to Morricone or Winchester yet. Sergio, you went in to merely... I think that's the one where you went in
With the horse.
and Was that Sergio or Eastwood? One of those towns you went in and literally just murdered a person and then put sky lettering that said Eastwood did it, I thought.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, so Sergio's the town you did that in, I think.
Because they have a rivalry between the two.
Yeah. Well, now they do.
Yes. Let's go somewhere we haven't been, where they won't
So yeah,
recognize
Marcone or
us.
Winchester, those two cities you haven't been to yet. So.
Winchester sounds
Let's
nice.
all say it at the count of 3. And that will be your decision for thee.
1,
1.
2... Winchester.
Marconi.
Marconi.
Shit.
Outvoted, eyeless bird.
All right.
I own a Winchester IRL. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
I own a Guglielmo Marconi IRL.
Is that like some sort of Italian rifle?
It's the guy who invented the radio.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you guys
Stop
are,
showing off, Steve.
I own his bones.
Oh, and we should probably tell the village people about the flesh monster outside.
I mean,
Ask me how I own his bones.
How do you own his bones?
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
I leave.
We tell them about the sconster from the Skush.
what? There's a fucking monster out there?
Yes, and you might have seen the Sky Gash in the storm.
Well, yeah, we all saw that skunk.
Well, it gave birth to this thing.
What
And now it's pointed towards Tom.
the hell?
As I understand.
Yeah, so y'all should probably like get ready for that to be a thing that you have to deal with. We didn't do it. He might have, but we didn't.
Oh, you didn't do it,
It's
right?
clearly a Tom thing.
Nope.
Didn't do it?
The big ass red thing in the sky was here before we were.
Yeah, but didn't open up till right before you got here.
It's not awful.
We were dead.
Yes.
No, I mean, like, the skunk was there, but it didn't, like, spit out a big old demon till, like, 2 seconds before you got here.
Okay, well, we were dead when it got up in the sky, so
Well,
wasn't us.
what did you have for dinner that night?
Me?
Yeah.
Same thing I have all every night.
Rats?
Oats and barley and rats.
You know, most sky
Cat
poisoning
milk.
incidents happen at home.
Is that your safe food?
Oat barley red.
It's
Oat crusted
cat milk.
red.
It's his depression food.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we all got that. Too.
Yeah.
hey.
Toast with peanut butter on it.
It's economic depression food.
Well, we appreciate you letting us kill the mayor and giving, a big chunk of that money back. But we're still not super fond of you guys, so, like,
Even Steven it is.
go.
We're trying.
You got horses?
You guys have mounts.
I don't know where I left mine.
And you guys have mouths.
What does that mean?
I'm a bird.
What do you
with a-
want it to mean?
No, see, Clancy, that sounded fucked up, honestly.
I don't understand.
I meant it to be vaguely threatening.
It was more than vaguely threatening.
I'm 2.5 feet tall.
All right, it was only a little bit more than vaguely threatening.
It's kind of cute, too, because I'm so short.
No, you little weird reptile.
I got tiny fingers.
You're not that much smaller than us, to be fair, because we're dwarves. But
Yeah, but
still.
So our mounts, where would our mounts be?
Running towards us from hell?
So they were at the cave.
We drove them to the cave,
Yeah.
so I figured Smiling Tom would have picked them up.
Yes, I guess you don't have them right now.
No, we don't.
God damn it. Why, they just, smell. My coyote smelled us. My dire coyote smelled us and brought them home.
I would really like to get on me dire moose.
Felita, high or low.
Come on, Felita, this is for the whole
God.
group.
This is
Damn
for
it.
the group.
Pick one,
so
one
if you get it
right
wrong,
for
you've
one
ruined
time.
the group.
Come on, Felita.
Be
Hi.
right ever.
Go outside. You feel like you've heard the sound of a coyote. What do they do? Scream or something? Whatever that thing is. And you go out, and there's nothing there. It's just the wind giving you the bird because you got
Just
it wrong.
flyotes.
It's flyotes.
Flyotes.
Flyote fly.
Well, townspeople, we'll leave. We'll leave. But you need to make one big resistance band to tie to that sprinter so he doesn't go so fast.
What?
Yes. In exchange for your money back.
You want us to make
Or like a parachute to slow him down.
parachute to stop a giant flesh monster?
I mean, you've got hot air balloons, yes?
No.
All right, see you later.
We live in a mountain. Why do we have air balloons?
Because you got a vent right here with lava.
No, he said
Got
hot
plenty
hair
of hot
balloon.
air.
Air balloons, but I don't
Oh,
even know what
that's
that.
nasty.
I don't even know what that means. Hot hair balloons.
It's a high C joke. You won't get it.
I mean,
Tee-hee.
I enjoy high C fruit punch.
No,
orange.
no. That's for
It's a
children.
lot of sugar, but it is tasty, and it has
That's why
a
you guys
full
have no teeth down here.
daily value of vitamins.
More of a Hawaiian punch, man. Pow!
Sure. So yeah, so your mounts are not out there, but they do give you 4 horses. Well, 3 horses and a donkey.
At least it's not a
I'll take
donkey
donkey.
monkey.
Well, the donkey was for Clancy, but because it's smaller and he's tiny.
Oh, it's a mini. All right.
It's a burrito.
Oh,
Sure.
it's a burrito. Mm-hmm. Sorry. You triggered cuteness.
It is a little donkey.
That's true.
So yeah, it's out there. Now, in the distance, you can still see, very small at this point because it's so far away, but you can see Fleshman still in the same stance that he was in before.
Has he
Clancy could look at it
moved?
with his eyeballs.
Clancy could look at it with his eyeballs.
Yeah, and that would be Clancy's first viewing of it.
So yeah, Clancy, if you want to hold on to your eyeballs, you can probably get a better look at this thing.
Why the fuck would I want to do that?
Oh, don't you want to be horrified?
No.
Okay.
I already did that today.
Then yeah, you don't see anything.
Is there something y'all want me to specifically try to find?
Yes,
see,
to
or-
see if it's moved at all. You see,
I-
we've been
I have no
underground
ba-
for
point
6
of
weeks.
reference. I
He
don't
was in a sprinter's stance, getting ready to launch.
Growing
But
spines or something.
it was so long ago because we were there for 5 weeks. We don't know if it's moved or not.
Well, let's walk outside and look.
Yes, you shall.
Okay, I do it. I don't have to hold on to these eyeballs.
Yeah, I mean, he checks it out. We walk outside the town.
Okay.
What do I see?
And as you take a gander, that's where we're going to take a break. Hello, listeners. It is I, Dennis, the world's most okayest DM, here to talk to you about patreon.com/botched podcast. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, we have, Discord access and bi-weekly episodes that are not related to the show, but instead just fun one-offs. In fact, one of the more recent ones we did for March was a... well, I don't actually know what Steve was planning for it to be, but I know what it turned into, which was like a Pulp Fiction meets breakfast cereal mascots sort of thing. You know what? Here's a clip.
Is there anything larger and sharper in this room?
Like a paper cutter?
All right. What kind of a roll do you want me to sever a bear's head with a fucking wrist knife?
With a letter opener.
Survival.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. The other thing I want to talk about is one of our higher tiers, the $50 a month bi-weekly gaming session with some of us, the Botch crew, and then also other patrons. We actually have 2 games going right now. One, I believe, is full up, although we could probably fit somebody in. That's, Steve and myself and some of the other patrons. They're currently doing Curse of Lestrade, I think, if memory serves me right. But please, if somebody wants to join the $50 level and convince us not to do that, I'm fine with it. The other one is Philip. He is DMing his own campaign set in the Fallout universe, and he's using the Fallout RPG guidebook. So if you want to be a part of that group, sign up for $50 a month, and you can join either one of those groups, whatever meets your fancy. So head on over to patreon.com/botched podcast to subscribe to that, or check out the other rewards we have. All right, back to the show. And we're back. All right, so you're using the eyes to look at the guy now?
I didn't say it's supposed to be right outside, right?
No, it's way, it's down
Pay
by
attention,
Yuma.
damn it, Steve.
No.
The flesh monster guy is all the way down by Yuma. It's where the skunt was.
Okay, see, they didn't tell me this. So, okay, I'll look and see if he's there.
Oh yeah, he's there. It's still in a sprinter stance, but like head bowed down, has these curled ram's horns on the side of its head and these huge leathery wings out of its back, and it's still in that same position, though it seems to be, you could
obviously spot, since you can see 1,000 times further. There seems to be something pouring out of its chest onto the ground, but you can't make out exactly what it is, even with 1,000 times better vision.
So, Gizzard,
Aye.
describe this thing to me. I want to make sure I'm looking at the right giant, horrible monster.
It was a man with a sprinted stance, and I think he was growing spikes or horns out of him.
No wings, though.
No, God,
Okay,
no, that would be...
I'm looking at the wrong one. I keep looking.
You look in every other direction. You don't see any other large fleshy man.
Aye.
Oh, he's gone. There's a new one, though.
There's a new one.
Yeah, he's
Just-
got wings, and he's leaking.
The other thing you notice, Clancy, is that its face, the bottom part, like it looks like it just skinned a person, like it's just all muscle and sinew and stuff. But the jaw on this thing is all bone, and a lot of spots on the head don't have that same sort of like sinewy flesh. It's just you see portions of the skull, and the jaw itself is a bit larger than it ought to be, and there's just like a never-ending fountain of blood rolling out around this jaw and like just dripping down. You can also see that there are tendrils on its chest moving around, but there is some sort of red blackish liquid just constantly pouring out into the sand below it that you can't see what that's doing.
Oh, that's probably nothing.
Light it on fire.
Well, that one sounds a lot more scary than the one we saw before. So good news. The monster I caused to happen is gone.
Is
Well,
it new and
You
terrible?
think
Bad
you think
news.
he ate the other one?
This new monster seems to be a lot more metal than the one that I accidentally summoned. But also
Great.
is into cardio still, which I'm still not for.
Can I see the expression on his face, voice, and head?
The creatures?
Yes.
Eyes shut. There doesn't appear to be the ability for it to have an expression.
Yeah, but eyes shut in like a trying to force out a big poop.
Not
or eyes shut
forceful
in
poop,
pleasure.
just eyes closed, not open at the moment.
So diarrhea.
Try making eye
not-
contact with it.
Not
what about its
not
little
strained. The jaw's closed, it looks like, but yeah, the blood just keeps on pouring out and down it
Oy. Okay. It's probably
like a
fine.
waterfall.
This is fine.
Which way is me corny from the monster?
Morricone. Me corny is
me so corny.
it's-
Me corny.
the monster is south
love you,
of
Steve.
you.
I'm
More-
sorry. Go.
The monster is south of you. The more miso horny is to the west of you, so it's on your right.
Does miso soup make you horny?
It doesn't make
Let's
you.
eat a whole bunch and find out.
Just
So,
like
like-
squeeze miso paste right into your mouth and see.
Yep. Turn off the
So
lights.
salty.
Play Who's in Our Mouth.
So salty.
So yeah.
But the monster's not in the way of
No.
me so
Monster's,
horny.
to the south, on the other side of Unforgiven, where Yuma used to be.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with that problem on another day.
I need
Now,
eyeballs.
the storm cloud is still there, so there's still red lightning shooting all over the place.
But it's not growing, no?
Nope.
See, it's a self-fixing problem. Just ignore it.
The skunt is still there.
Has it grown?
Yeah, the hole got bigger
Aye,
because he had to pull and slough himself on out of there. But
that's not good.
How dilated would you say it is right now?
oh god, like
Centimeters.
probably 30,000 centimeters.
Would you
Oh
say
man,
I think there's still time.
it's got 70,000 more.
Yeah, we still got
At
time
least.
on it.
Okay.
that could be twins? Maybe there's another one.
Don't, hey, don't put that into the universe.
Or
Shut up.
octuplets.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
We'll get our own demon monster from the sky. Raise him as our own. Mama. And have him destroy his evil twin brother. Chokey.
Chokey.
Your long lost twin
Yeah,
brother is evil.
30,000 centimeters.
He's a Democrat.
It's only 984 feet. You know.
I've passed bigger dick stones. We'll be fine.
Okay. So yeah,
I mean all that whalebone.
I don't like to talk about whales.
the skunt's a little droopy.
Evil
but,
monsters.
whatever.
That's 0.3 kilometers for our one Canadian listener.
Let's head to Marconi.
Okay. So you guys head west to Morricone. And you're basically just following along the railroad tracks. Now, while you're traveling, you do not experience the train going by, though most of the time you did in the past, but not in this particular instance.
I'm really sad we don't get to do a train heist in this season.
You
I
could.
feel like in
You
another
just-
life we
you
were going to get on a
bypassed it
train.
every time. So
We were, yes.
there's
I
still
had a
time.
dream once we were going to.
You still can.
And then we were told not to because we
I
would
didn't
get our
do
ass
shit.
handed to us.
Don't look at me.
50 men with guns are looking at you. Oh.
They scowl at you as they point their guns as the train goes by.
Yeah. So
Great train slobbery.
I could have swore I had another thing written.
Oh, well.
Oh well. So
No,
yeah.
no more adventure. That's what we're going to call it.
No, as
Season's
far as
over.
for
Headed toward Marconi.
for listening to
Marconi.
season 7 of Botched.
So yeah. So you head over
Don't joke,
towards.
I don't have a song done yet.
But we picked one.
Oh, there it
We
is.
have not picked one.
So yeah, so you head towards Marconi, and this appears to be about on par with Sergio, or even Tombstone. A little smaller than Eastwood, a lot smaller than Unforgiven. So Marconi is nestled right at the base of the mountain chain, and it looks like it's another mining town similar to most of the towns that you've been, or the cities that you've been to so far. But this one seems to be much more heavily guarded than the others. It also seems to be much more colorful. It also seems to have live music all over the streets.
That little boy in the basement would have loved this.
He would have. Too bad he's dead now. Because
I wish that somebody had told us about him.
Yeah.
it's true. That little boy's
Wait,
dead
there
now.
was a little boy in a basement?
He's dead now.
Oh, sorry. I should have told you. I heard him.
I know what I'm playing for my next character.
I'm a little boy in the basement who's dead.
Who loves musicals?
Who loves musicals, and I've got a cute little butt.
Hey, watch your tone of voice
Cute
with
little
me,
butt.
sir.
I've got a cute little...
Now you've got to continue the story.
I've got a
DM.
scar across my face.
Stop it, you two! This is a mute nanny, and I won't stand
I don't know
for
who
it.
my mama
Wait, did
or
Tedward
my
have a
papa
scar across
is.
his
Yes, he had a scar across
That's
his
the
face.
children knife fight.
Yes,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
of the knife fight. Stop ruining season 8,
Who's
you
my
dickheads.
mama and papa? Mama Cavert.
Stop it.
Kverty.
So yeah. So
Chaos.
The
It's
town-
fucking chaos here.
the town is it's
It's a fun night.
simpler and yet also much more cultured, I would say, than most of the other cities you've been to. So there's lots of live music.
gonna
There are people
fit right
dancing in the
in.
streets.
Fucking bird monster.
Yeah.
Scrother is creepily blind walking.
Bird
Going,
beak.
yeah.
Small child. Yeah. Stalking like a goddamn velociraptor through the streets with no eyes and goopy hands.
Tied on a rope to back of Clancy's shell. On a lead.
Yeah. So
Is this another one of those street shows?
you head into the city, and there appears to be it's like I said, it is much more lively in terms of music and dancing and things like that, but there are also a lot of guards. The guards don't seem to be like, I don't know if I want to say physically imposing. They definitely do look imposing, but they don't look like they're constantly threatening everybody. They just look like they're standing guard and being observant. That's what they look like. But yeah, so that's what you see when you enter into town. And there's a big sign arched over the entrance of town that says Morricone on it. Harmonica seems to be a big instrument in most of the live music here in the town.
I'm going to go up to one of the guards.
Okay,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, I'm just new to town. And I
Welcome.
need... I'm sorry.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. I didn't want to cut you off. I got a friend,
That'll be
see.
a crime. Don't attack a guard.
I got a friend here, you see, who, needs...
I do see him.
He needs a doctor. God. He needs a doctor, you see.
You should take him to the doctor.
I don't know
And yes,
where...
I can see it. The doctor's office is right over there.
Oh, thank you.
There are very
was-
literal
that it?
people here.
It was very difficult to get through that.
Is that all? Is that all that you needed to tell me?
I mean, I was
Or
just
talk to me
trying.
about?
Yes, officer.
Great.
Sorry to.
Nope. Have a great day. If you need anything else, let me know. Be happy to tell you whatever you want.
Fuck 12. All right, I'll get him on his way. And I'll start leading Scrothor over to the eye doctor.
The eye
The optometrist. in town.
let's see.
priest.
I just do eyes.
Optometrist. High-low Scrothor for a specific optometrist.
It would have been
just need a
funny if you
regular
made Jenna
priest.
do it again.
It would be-
Jenna, decide the fate of it.
Sure, Jenna.
Absolutely
High-low.
not. No.
It's too late. It's been
No.
passed.
Do it.
If you don't guess it, there isn't any doctor in this town.
Low.
There's no optometrist. There's just the
God.
doctor.
Yeah, but we're looking
wanted a
for like a
priest.
priest.
To restore.
Yeah, there's a church.
Do they like singing in the church?
I think this whole town's
Yeah,
obsessed with
it's
it.
a very musical town. And like the
Is this where the Botched musical episode finally happens?
the town is also very colorful. There are light posts and other things like that, and there are colorful banners hanging from one side of the street to the other. There are little like pieces of colored paper that are just rung around each of the poles. Like there's all kinds of. It's a very pretty town.
Scrothor, can you see me? Let's go.
Though it looks like on the backside of town, it's much more businessy. So less singing and dancing. And
Where
more
would
business.
the church be?
The church
right in
is
the
sort
center
of
of
like the
town?
middle of town, yeah.
Okay.
There's a large church, like a cathedral almost.
I'll take Scrothor to the church if you want to explore the town a bit, and we'll get him all ship-shape and not looking like an old sun-dried potato.
I mean, are you implying that I don't want to see this eye stuff that's about to happen?
Oh, no, you're more than welcome to come. I'm sorry.
No, I really don't actually. So
Oh.
let's.
I'll
Are
have
there any
quick
jugglers?
I'll have Quick Draw McCaw sketch it out for you like a little flip book so you can see what
That's
happens.
all right. You don't have to.
You know
Thank
what?
you. I appreciate
It
it,
would
though.
be
No,
his
I-
pleasure.
I appreciate the effort, but you don't. I don't want to put him out like
Someone's got a birthday coming up soon. And it would be the
Oh.
wonderful present where I didn't have to spend any money on you.
that. Yeah. Well, it is the thought that counts, especially when somebody else is doing all the effort.
Well, that's true, yeah.
There is
Yeah.
a juggler.
I'm going right up to that juggler.
Okay, like
Punch him.
fuck you, juggler. Bam.
Right in the tummy.
My dad was a juggler. I hate him. So yeah, there's a juggler. The juggler, it looks like it's going through a routine. So you got there early on. So it's just juggling balls right now. Just a couple.
Oh,
starting.
it's just balls. All right.
starting with
Not
the
like
standard, like-
pins or.
Not yet. It looks
All
like
right.
there's a whole bag of shit behind him in terms of things that he plans on juggling.
Sweet.
But yeah, so he's doing, looks like 3 balls, and then turns into 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, all the way up to 10 balls. Motherfucker's got a lot of balls just going all at once. And
balls.
doesn't seem to be looking at the balls. He's looking at the audience and interacting and like being like, "Hey, how you doing? You having a good time? Thanks for coming." Blah blah blah.
Good juggler.
Yeah, and then as the balls are going, like still going up and around, he's starting to pick out other items from the bag, like with his foot, and then flipping them up and adding them into the rotation while taking balls out of the rotation. So balls turn into pins. Pins turn into tankards, like glasses. Glasses turn into knives. And then finally it turns into like revolvers, like full-on revolvers. Just he gets up to 16 revolvers, and they're all going off. He's like, "These are fully loaded, folks, fully loaded. If I drop one of these, they could go off and blow somebody's head off. So don't
That
distract
seems
me.
irresponsible.
Don't distract me. Don't distract me."
Quick, put the children up front so they have a better view.
It's only children.
Good.
And they're
And
all
Felita.
sitting down, crisscross applesauce, and Felita.
Children and Felita.
Yeah,
What kind of insurance package do you have?
Felita, you're getting a rumble in your pocket.
Oh. Okay.
Your pocket is like vibrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he done yet?
No, he's still going.
All right.
He's in the middle of his pistol show.
Sweet.
You'd sometimes have to pay extra for that.
Are you doing anything?
I'm watching.
Okay, so you're just ignoring the die in your pocket then.
I'm heckling.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So after about 15 more minutes of juggling, he finally stops, and all the pistols go up in the air, and he actually gets a stick from out of his bag, and he skewers all 6 of the revolvers and spins them around.
Oh my
and
god.
then hits the stick, and they all fire simultaneously up in the air. But they fire off
That's
confetti.
the finale?
But they fire off confetti.
Uh,
And it rains down on the children.
yes! My god!
He's just
Do
like,
it
"Thank
again!
you."
My god, that's so good!
Thank you. I'm here every day at the same time. And he just packs up his stuff and goes off, and another entertainer comes up and starts their act. This one's a
Fleeta
magician.
runs up to Clancy and grabs him by the shell and is like, we're fucking moving here.
Why are you picking me up? Oh my God. We
Did
live
you
here now?
see it?
I'm
We
like
live
a child.
here now?
Don't shake me. I'm goopy on the inside. Don't shake
I mean,
too
we
hard.
kind of burned our bridges where our old house was. I guess we live here now. It's fine.
They got
Okay.
It's so I love it.
You know, all that confetti's gonna get real nasty when it rains.
Maybe.
I have to clean. You have to clean it up with a rake.
It's like a wet cracker.
I'm gonna look around the street. Does it look all dirty and shit?
Yeah, the street's got a lot of confetti in it.
He
It's
never
not like-
cleans it up. It's so
not-
irresponsible.
Well, it's not
Oh my
just from
God.
him. Lots
He's
of
the world's worst litterer. Is there a fucking wanted sign for this criminal around here somewhere?
No, not that you see in your immediate vicinity.
Are there little fishes and turtles all tied up in the confetti?
What?
Little wildlife choking in the confetti?
Why would there be fish in the street?
Environment. What are you? Desert fish.
Desert
Yeah.
Sandfish.
Sand
Sand sharks.
shippers.
Sand
Dirt
sharks.
fish.
Sand sharks.
Yeah. Sand sharks. So, meanwhile, at the
Jawsome.
church, Gizzard and Scrothor, you head over to the church. Now, the church is, it's large, but it's fairly simple. It does have a lot of very nice stained glass in terms of it's very colorful, it's very elaborate, but like I said, the building itself is definitely on the simplistic side, especially compared to like the crazy Gothic architecture you saw down in Death Town. But you head on inside, and you are immediately hit with a waft of sweet smells and warmth, but not like hot. Like it's not like the desert kind of heat. It's like a very inviting warmth. And you smell like warm bread as well. And yeah, like a sweet sort of grapey smell. And you hear some chanting on the inside and some very light singing.
Gizzy, Scrothy want cracker.
Watching him chew crackers with that weird little beak of his is just,
I'll do my best to see what they have behind the altar.
okay. So yeah, so you head into the church,
Yes.
and there are, I would say about
Scrothy wants a cracker.
20 pews per side. So it's a pretty long church. At the very end, there is a pulpit with a priest who's in pretty simple looking robes, but has a nice purplish looking sash that goes around his neck. And he just appears to be quiet, not quietly, but very softly reading from some book to some people in the front row.
Please
They're
tell me it's the
knelt
Church
down
of
praying.
Chickums.
Maybe.
We're going to be
What's
respectful
on the stained
when
glass?
we're in here. I'm sick of going into every town and burning every bridge as soon as possible. I hope that Turtleman doesn't try to run any of his schemes right away.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up to the priest
Sure.
and sit in one of the pews
Okay.
and wait for him to finish reading to the people.
Sure. So the sermon that he's giving to these people is definitely, it seems to be about resurrection and about the great God that was just discovered and that the word is spreading across the land of Chickums. It's a new religion, but it's gaining traction pretty quickly. People are really into this idea of
Forgiveness.
rebirth, forgiveness, Chickum. It's got a lot to appeal to many people. So yeah, so he's giving a quick sermon, then he just quietly closes the book and like nods, and the other people, they nod and they leave. He turns towards you and he's just like, oh, my son, I don't think I've ever seen you before.
And I'll genuflect your cluckiness.
Oh, and Chickum be with you.
And with you, good sir.
When are the ceremonial chicken biscuits?
Oh, would you like a chicken biscuit?
Yes.
Okay, well, we in the Church of Chickens are always willing to give chicken biscuits to anybody who is looking for the light of chickens.
I am looking, but I can't see.
Are you blind, my son?
Yes. I spread my
Oh,
eyes
that
to
is-
show him the
That
sockets.
is a gaping hole. Well, here's some chicken biscuits, and he pulls out a little tray from behind the pulpit and gives it to you. Oh, okay, who's a hungry boy? Through the light of chickens, all may see one again. It is possible that I can restore your sight to you.
Oh, that would be great. That is the whole reason we're here, fathers.
All right.
How many our chickens do we have to say in unison for this to happen?
Oh, it's like a spell. So, like, I need reagents.
Our chickens who art in heaven, hallowed be thy
I didn't say
name.
chance. I need reagents. Like, I need items to mix together, and then I could grow him a new pair of eyes.
Thy chickens comes
I mean, I'll say
right
chicken.
on me.
I'll talk about chickens afterwards.
Sorry.
That's that's the icing on the chicken cake.
What reagents?
Yes, I said that part. My chickens comes.
Right on me tums.
Sure, chicken come.
Sorry. Hold on, let me get a second to reset.
Sure.
On Gizzard as it is on Kevin.
Okay. Well,
What kind of shopping list do you need here?
in fact, it just so happens that I've been looking for somebody to help with a problem. And I don't know if you are able or willing, but if you are, I'll be able to heal your friend. There is there's a monstrosity in the nearby area that's been wreaking havoc not just on us in Morricone, but those poor bovine born as well. And that one gnome that they've got over there.
Kevin?
What's his name? Kevin? I don't think his name is Kevin.
Barry.
It was Barry.
I don't remember.
I have it somewhere.
I have it written down somewhere too, but
Yeah,
I'll
That's
have
a
to go-
Windsor do. Hold on.
Yes, it was probably Barry.
Chinansky, right? That was me?
Wasn't Barry keeping watch over chickens?
Somebody was watching over chickens.
Callum, Eddie, Bill Peachy.
Wild
Wild
Bill.
William. Wild
So
Will.
his name is William. There you go.
Oh my gosh, my notes actually came into use.
Incredible.
Yes, William is over there too. So yes, there is a creature that's been plaguing our poor townsfolk, killing people, attacking the train, attacking the bovine born. It's a menace, but its venom also holds many, healing properties.
Is it a Medusa?
What is it?
It's a hydra of sorts.
Hell.
Of sorts.
Well, we haven't really gotten a whole lot of concrete details on the beast. All that I know is that it has multiple heads.
And these bovine-born would know more about this situation here.
Well, they may. It's nestled in the mountains, sort of between us and the bovine-born village. I know where its lair is. I know that it's a hydra. It's also got a lot of sharp, venomous teeth.
Big, pointy,
Big,
sharp.
pointy,
yeah.
sharp teeth.
I was afraid of that.
Yes. Very dangerous.
Gummers are easier to tackle.
Oh, I'm sure, but yes, it's deadly. I'm sure it's some sort of magical creature that somebody put there to torment us, but yeah, I would say that's your best bet if you want me to fix your buddy.
Okay.
You need the teeth. I was
Venom. I need the venom.
Yes.
And its eyes.
And William will have word of.
Well, at least 2 eyes.
Yes.
It's going to have a lot of eyes.
We're going to bring them all back for you.
All right, it's fine. Give me a whole bucket full of
A
eyeballs.
bucket full of eyes.
Hydra.
So that Chicken can see, be
right.
omnivisual.
That's right.
I like it.
And then he gives you the ceremonial blessing of chickens on your head, which is he just sort of chirps at you.
I chirp
And then
back.
does a little flutter, little side flutter, flutter.
Does he take any note of my fancy beak that was crafted for Chickums himself?
that was crafted for Chickums?
Not
Originally?
even, not
No,
even
that,
close.
I was
Damn
gonna
it.
say,
Not even close.
Doesn't Chickums had a talon. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that big. If that is the size of Chickums' beak, then you
Very
have
tiny.
a
Never mind.
tiny beak.
Why didn't they make me a beak the size that I requested? Those motherfucking dwarves.
They took your measurements and everything.
Because it's two different birds.
I'm not two different birds.
A rock and you are
No.
two different birds.
The rock's bigger.
Maybe. You gotta break it apart.
So like he wrote
Yeah,
it
but
down.
he shrinks in the dryer.
In the fire.
He wrote it on my map exactly where
Yes.
this cable
So
is.
he put it right on your map,
Nice.
and then gave you a blessing. And as he blesses you, that is what we're going to call it. So thanks for tuning in. Check us out next time.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Reddit, and Twitch at Botch Podcast. This episode of Botch was brought to you by the Patreon producers. The OG Lone Ranger, Big Jim, The Nuck, Lord Chronic, Skinner, B-Mail, Shanda Panda, Disgruntled Furniture, Chris Wisdom, Zukari, Scabby Goose, Lost Limey, Sapper Supreme, God King, Red Panda Rash.
Praise them.
That bash.
And Old Swamp Ass. You want to support the show? You can go to many stupid websites and do so. FreedomValleyHorseBase.com, DickBlood.me, DickBlood.club, Cornhub.icu, SexWithWookies.com, PigRickets.com, Lizard Teats. I wrote tweets.
It's like
told you
tweets without the W.
Right. LizardTeats.com, double E's for them T's. Mookmulk.com, buytheseviagra.com, Louisiana Pocket Vultures. Pocket Vultures?
I'm a pocket vulture. Polymorph into a pocket vulture.
Louisiana. God damn it.
Skunt gophers.
Louisiana.
Skunt gophers?
Yeah, you keep them up there. Get out and grab them.
Go see a doctor if you got some skunt gophers. Girl, get them skunt gophers taken care of.
Yeah, gobbling on my knob.
I ain't going down there. You got skunt gophers.
Louisiana
Been
Pocket.
so long, I ain't got nothing down there but skunk gophers.
And scuntle
The
weeds.
only attention I get is from a
Skuntoweeds?
skunt.
If somebody could just plow this. All right.
Get rid of all them
Plow
skunt
this
gopher
hoe
holes.
and get rid of the skunt weeds. LouisianaPocketGophers.com, DamnYouDentist.com, BirdsWithPenises.com, or simply Patreon.com/Botch Podcast. Want to support the show but can't do it financially? That's all right. Head on over to iTunes and leave, or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your great show, and leave us a 5-star review. Tristan will read it out on the show. Be like one of the cool people that have done so far.
Hundreds of cool people.
300s of cool people. Wow. Thank you to Gozer for intro and outro music. More of them over at Gozer_music. Or find them on Spotify. Their album has just released. Thank you to Emily Swan for album art. You can find her all over the internet at a swan named Emily. Want to send something to the show? You can do so, and we'll open it up here on stream. P.O. Box 3178, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania 17325. Chonky will open it and be a happy little chunk.
Real anthrax?
And as always,
When your favorite crackers raise a clatter and won't stop their chatter about which crackers they'd rather on their snack platters, yell Botched and we'll eat you.
we'll see you next week, nerds.
You can support each of us in our own little different ways. My first comic book has come out, and if you'd like to purchase it, you can head on over to www.hiveheadstudios.com, where you can even download a free sample of the book to see if it's something, up your alley. You can also support me over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. You can support Steve's stuff over at YouTube or TikTok or any of his other social media at He Who Is Steve. You can support Phil on Patreon or Twitch at Imaginary Nomad. You can support Jen by checking out her other podcasts like Horse Girls on all your podcatchers. You can also check her out on social media or Twitch at Jenna Chill with one L. And you can check out Chonky every so often on Twitch at Chonky_Kong. This track is clean.
Don't let them sin. Don't let them skeet.
There's a pile of goop. No, hang on. Don't want to just piggyback you. I'm sorry.
That's great. I didn't have anything else.
Pile of goo right by your feet.
The goo never bothered me anyway.
Let it flow. Let it flow. I need your sweet cock. All right.
Can't hold it in anymore.